Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Here we are again with another video. It's been a long time since I've been behind the camera, but today we're going to be working on Nico's IS300 and it's time to put this beast into it. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking the front bar off, we're going to be fitting up the intercooler, routing the intercooler piping, and also Nico has purchased these transmission cores, and we're going to be routing a transmission cooler as well. So we're going to do all that stuff in preparation for installing the engine. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally time for us to get this sorted. So it's going to be living in the garage for, I don't know, let's see how long it takes us to put this bad boy in. But here's a last look at it being NA. Damn, she looks cute in there, and it's going to look even better when this beast is in there. And here we've got Nico here. What's going on, Nico?
What's happening?
You excited for this new engine to get in there? Or what? So if you guys aren't familiar with Nico's 2JZ engine build for his IS300, let me give you a quick rundown. Basically got a fully built engine. We've got a ported polished head, 272 278 cams. It's a NA block, so we've got tapped into the sump there. TREDSTONE manifold, external GFB wastegate, a good looking turbo, and we've got it all set up ready to go straight into his engine. We just got to swap over the alternator, the power steering and all that good stuff. So if you want to check out the full entire engine build, we've got a link that I'm going to post up right here, so you can click on that and check out the entire engine build for this car. But for now, we'll step aside, we'll leave that aside, and we're going to start taking off the bumper bar. Nico's already jacked up the car on that side, and then we'll take you through the process. Alright, just updating you guys on some progress. We've got the bumper bar, crash bar off. We've got Nico here already sweating. We haven't even started yet, but he's excited. We've got his intercooler kit here. It's a CX Racing kit. We've had success with it in the Supra, so we're going again with the CX Racing kit. You can see there, it's a nice piece here, and it's designed specifically for the IS300, so you can still put the crash bar on there and it all fits up nicely. And then we've got the rest of the CX Racing intercooler pipe kit, which we're going to piece up all together. Alright, so just a quick update with our intercooler situation. So we've got our intercooler, we've got our 4 mounting points, which is 2 up the top, 2 on the sides. So now with this, the CX Racing kit supplies you the bracket you need for the top and for the sides, and I'll show you exactly where they go. So the top ones basically fit in just like that on the factory mounting positions, and we did have to notch this little bit out here. Nothing a set of 10 snips can't do, so we'll just cut that little notch out there, and now the bracket fits in perfect, just like that. So it fits in between, mounting point there, and then that way the intercooler mounts up on there and there. Now the next problem we have is with the factory bolts that mount up there and there, because there is like probably around 5mm thickness. The factory bolts, which is here, would not fit all the way in. So it doesn't touch the aircon condenser, there's just enough clearance for it to come just out there. So the boys have gone to the shop now to buy 2 more bolts that are 5mm longer, and that's the top mount sorted. So now moving on to the side mounts. Basically you got this mount here, mounts up something like that, and I'll wait for the boys to come back so we can install this. We'll install these two side brackets and we'll give you guys an update once everything's all sorted there. Alright guys, so it's currently the next day from where we took off yesterday. Here we got the boys we actually put this bracket up back there, but they put another support there so it holds the bonnet latch down strong. It holds it up very strong there. We're gonna leave that out, but then we thought to ourselves, nah, better to just have that there because it was there to begin with and it's there for a reason, obviously. So now we've got the intercooler going up for the last time. It was a bit harder than what we expected to fit up this intercooler because this is a CX racing kit. It's actually made for the States, so some things are a little bit different than the Australian model IS300s. But once it's all bolted up, I'll run you guys exactly through what we've done different. Now that the intercooler is all mounted up, and nice and sturdy, as you can see there, won't go anywhere. We've got the crash bar mounted up and everything's all secured. So what we did use in the CX Racing kit was this bracket that goes here and that bracket that goes on that side, and the two bolts obviously, and the top bracket. This top bracket here. Everything else we used, we went to the hardware store and we actually got new bolts for the top here, made our own mounting bolts, and also new bolt here which had to be a little bit longer than the stock bolt that was in that position, also with two washers, and that's about it. Everything else pretty much lined up. It did take us longer than expected though. But yeah, alright. But pretty much if you buy the CX Racing kit, it will fit on the Australian IS300 models. Just that and that. Everything else you won't use it in the kit. You're going to have to make your own hardware to bolt this up on top. And also the horns didn't quite fit to put them normal, so we just turned it inside out, but that's doesn't make a difference. We tested the horn, it does work. So that's pretty much it. IS300 cooler pipes almost plumbed up. It's 1 PM. We started doing this
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 AM, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 5 hours guys. 5 hours, so this intercooler job
isn't as easy as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly. We had to obviously cut a hole here, which was a scary part. Cooler's done that. Nick was a bit iffy about it, but it is what it is. You gotta have that so the cooler pipe can come through it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we've just ran into a bit of trouble. We've got this power steering cooler which was behind the intercooler, and we're trying to save it. We're trying to use it, but it's just touching the intercooler on the inside and it's not giving us as much space as we want. So we're just going to remove this and we're going to loop it over the top here. Coolest is just in the process of doing that. So we're just going to remove that, and it's going to give us an extra 2-3 centimeters, which is more than enough of what we need. And that should be the last time we put the intercooler on. Here's a closer look of the support that we made here. Nice and sturdy, a couple of rivets in there, and that's the cut that we made for the intercooler to fit. It's currently 6:30 p.m. We started 8:30 this morning, and Nico doesn't look too happy. Let me show you guys why. So the intercooler, we've got that all mounted up for the final time. As you can see there, it clears the bumper bar, but the problems we're having is the cooler hoses here and here are touching inside the bumper bar. So what are we going to do, Nico, tomorrow? We're going to have to
get some different pipes, see what we can do to make it fit.
We're thinking of getting some silicone joiners to come all the way around here so we can get maximum bend through here, and that way the bumper bar will fit on. But guys, that is why American kits for an Australian delivered car are not always the best way to go, but we just went that way because we liked the way the CX Racing intercooler was with the crash bar. We wanted to retain the crash bar, so that's why we went that way. We knew that we were going to run into these problems, but then everything else fits up nice and smooth. So it's basically just that and that are touching the inside of the bumper. We tried to shave it as much as we could, shave the grill here as much as we could there and there, but it just wasn't enough. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So I'll come back to you guys tomorrow. See you, Nick. Alright guys, and it looks like we're going to cap this one here. We've been stuck in a bit of a problem with the cooler pipes hitting on the inside of the bumper, so we're going to leave that for now. In the meantime, we're going to suss out custom cooler piping and maybe a custom silicone hose so the bar can fit on properly and nice. But tomorrow we're going to be removing the old engine out of the IS300. Stick around, and the next video is going to be a cool one. Our last thoughts on the CX Racing intercooler kit. It is a nice kit. It does fit behind the crash. It does fit behind the crash bar, but just that intercooler piping situation, we're going to have to shave a bit more inside the bumper bar, and we're going to have to do something with the driver's side cooler pipe. So it is a good kit, but the best thing to do with this sort of car is just do custom cooler piping all the way through. We just went with the CX Racing kit because it does fit behind the crash bar. We wanted to retain the crash bar, and we like the way it fits, and we've got a low mount kit anyway. So we're going to retain the over the top intake manifold, and it works perfect for that application. But once again guys, next episode is going to be a good one. The boys have already started pulling apart stuff from the engine bay, getting ready for the engine removal. So it's going to be a good one guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like what you see, subscribe for more future content. And guys, you don't want to miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you then.